to report to. Hi there and welcome back to Brandbait. Right, today what I'd like to talk to you about is scaling up your management and your leadership team. Now, when you're a smaller business, it's harder because obviously money and restrictions. You cannot have a large management team. So with that being said, you have to have multiple people doing multiple jobs. So let's say if you were in a warehouse environment, the goods in and goods out may also be involved with material movement. They may also be involved with sometimes project management or sometimes dealing with customers. Now, as your business scales up and it inevitably involves more roles, so then you've got more people in your actual business. So those people need to report to somebody and you can't look after everybody in one go. So that's where the management structure comes in. So we're going to go from the point of a business owner. So you are the business owner and you are now in a position where you need to either promote people within the business or hire talent in to become that management section. So your role is going to change as well. Whereas before you looked after everybody, you dealt with everything and everything fell onto your shoulders. Now it's a little bit different. You will have your core management team. Let's say it's a group of 5 individuals. So these 5 individuals now report directly to you and they themselves have individuals and teams reporting to them. Your main focus, other than to get the correct people into the correct places within your organisation, is that you focus on those 5 people. They are now your direct management responsibility. Obviously the whole business is your responsibility, but you are now relinquishing some of that control to these individuals. So with that bearing in mind, they need to become not so much a ragtag team of people who can do multiple things. They need to become specialists in what they do. So you will have a team that is now focused on one group of the business and another on another part and another on another part. So you're literally cutting down your original job into chunks. So it's managed by different people. Now you may have one person ultimately responsible for 2 parts of your business, but that person will have 2 separate teams reporting to those. Now, some of the things that I'm coming across, especially when I'm talking to businesses and hearing of businesses, is that you always try and do more with less. Now that's a really good strategy for saving money, but it's not really a good strategy when you come to leading people. Because although pushing people to make them better than they think they could ever be is a great thing, and we need to do that as leaders and managers, but you can't push them to the point where they're more than likely going to leave, because they either want to specialise in one part of the business or another. Now, this is where communication is key. You have to have regular communication with your management. If they are struggling, you need to have an open and inclusive environment, because if they don't feel like they can talk to you, stress, pressure, and problems are going to build. But likewise, they're going to spread that through their team. If you, as a business owner, does not listen to your management, then do you think your team will listen to their management? Because they will follow your standards. Now, in a previous video, I've mentioned that it's about setting the standard. You have to set that standard in order so the people beneath you know what is expected of them. Now, that being said, how you act is a direct correlation to how your management will react. If you are struggling in this area, that is why people like me exist. You cannot just promote people because they're good at their job to a management position and expect them to be fine. If you yourself don't have the skills or the time, there are avenues out there. And this is one of the reasons why Brandbait was made. This is my drive in life. So I want to help and improve managers. So let's get back to the subject. So now you've got your core management team, you have set the standard that you expect from them, and you also know that they're expecting the same standards of their team. Now, when it comes to that team will have a specific function. Those individuals within that team need to know what is expected of them, what they need to do, what is the outcome, and how they're going to do it. Now, as I said in a previous videos, the 5 styles of leadership, you have to use all these different styles within that team. So you yourself, as a business owner, must now impart these skills into your leadership team. But also remember, some of them may never have had this kind of responsibility before. So this is your opportunity to not only mold them into what you need as a business owner, but also to help them move their career forward. You will also notice traits that these individuals have that they themselves may not have known. So when you're approaching that kind of manager, you need to be calm, you need to be focused, you need to be accepting, and you must know this individual. Get to know them, because then you'll know what motivates them. You know, some people are motivated by money, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with money. But you can tune your style into development targets, which will come with pay increase. This person may be very home life orientated. So if you're putting them in a position where they're going to have to maybe do a large amount of overtime, this is not going to work, because they're not going to get the best out of their experience and you're not going to get the best out of them. So these are I just wanted to run through a few things to help you realise that small business isn't big business. The way you run a small business, management and the team, is not the way you run a larger business, the management and the team. Not only because there's fewer people, it's because there's more individuals. And each of these individuals will come with their own specialist knowledge. That is why they're there, or that is why they're being trained. This is why you have them within your organisations. So remember, you must take care of them, you must nurture them, but remember, you must know them. What drives them? What goals have they got? Where do they want to go? What training would they like to receive? That actually is more important than could be really judged. Training in itself is not good enough without knowing where this individual wants to go. So when it comes to training, Richard Branson has a great quote when it comes to, you'd rather have a well-trained team that could leave than not a trained team that will stay. Now, me personally, I'd rather have a team of highly trained people and build a culture that they don't want to leave. But I'll get into cultures and how that impacts business in another video. So I'm Richard Green, thank you very much for watching this, and if you do feel like this video has helped you at all, please snap the like button. It does help promote my video out to different users. And if you feel like you want to follow my journey, then please hit the subscribe button, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.